All right, guys, it's Ed Diaz again. So today we're going to be talking a little bit more macro. We're going to go a little bit wider, guys. And I got a guy who's been in this business a very long time. Boy, you thought that I was in this business a long time. This guy been in the business a very long time, knows his stuff. So today I want to thank Val Krysov for being here. He is the owner of his own company, been in the real estate game for how many years now, Val?
Uh, Starting 2008,
Okay,
probably.
so 2008. So, as you see, been in the business a very, very long time. First off, I want to thank you for allowing me to interview you and talk a little bit of shop of what's going on with this upside down world that we seem to be living in. How have you been?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, fantastic. So tell me a little bit about what you think the markets are going to do, particularly real estate. I know we've talked about inventory being anemic for decades. I mean, that's not a surprise. This has been the situation for a long time. And even though we have seen a lot of people leaving California, we still see a ton of demand for housing out here, which is pushing up prices. I mean, last year, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, nationwide, I think the appreciation was about 18%. What do you think is going to happen here in the immediate Bay Area? And I know you and I are headquartered here in San Francisco, particularly. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm covering San Francisco Peninsula, and it's kind of interesting time right now. It's hard to predict what's going to happen because things changing totally overnight, practically.
Yeah.
We see no inventory for a long time. And in my opinion, we are very much overdue for a correction. It should be close enough to see some things changing dramatically. I think we would see probably some correction on the price. We would see probably more inventory.
Mm.
But right now, there are a lot of people with huge money,
Yeah.
a lot of people willing to buy. They have access to money, and it's practically no let up. We have around 100 single families houses for sale in
Mm.
San Francisco, which is practically nothing.
Yeah.
Uh, so it's very hard to predict. It
So
depends
when you
on.
say correction, what are your thoughts there as far as prices going down? Are we talking about 5%, 7%, 10, 15? What are your thoughts?
It all depends on Federal Reserve. It all depends
Yeah,
on different
which is
factors.
having their first meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be all tied up to frequency, how often they change the rate, how high
Yeah.
they go. People like crazy throw money into market. They have access to different sources of financing, and I've seen recently a couple of cases with Bitcoin.
Hmm.
People borrow money against their account at Robinhood, and it's kind of risky. It's super risky. They have a Bitcoin account on Robinhood, and they
Yeah.
borrow money against their account, which is good if Bitcoin goes up. But if Bitcoin goes down, they have to cover their positions. So I have not seen anything like this before. I mean, I've seen risky people, I've seen risky situations, but
Yeah, we are in
this
uncharted
is.
territory. You're right. I mean, and look, and when it swings as far as crypto, it seems like it swings violently. I mean, I know cryptos are down. The stock market is actually down. NASDAQ is down over 400 points right now. Uh, Good news, Treasury, the 10-year Treasury is down as well. So that's good, as far as for us in real estate. But I think moving forward, I think it's going to take a long time for crypto to actually hit and become part of the everyday real estate transaction. So do you think, I read that last week they put out a an article that even rents in Miami were up 34%, which tells me that that exodus from big cities like San Francisco that are very expensive is still happening. And those people with big money that you talk about are moving their money and buying real estate in other places. And so it's jacking up prices in other places like Boise, Idaho, Miami, Orlando, Austin, Texas, and a bunch of other places. Do you think that that trend's going to continue? You think people are going to continue to leave California and the Bay Area, particularly because it's so expensive? Or do you think that that's going to slow down and that's going to drive prices here even more so?
At least up to the point when money become more expensive, people are gonna to drive money out and buy things here and there.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people right here. They work for big companies. They have a huge W-2 plus bonuses plus
yes,
crypto accounts plus whatever they have in 401k,
yeah.
which is
Restricted stock units, that's a big thing out here, especially for tech companies, as you know.
absolutely. They
Yeah,
have stock options, and they're looking to invest everywhere practically right now.
yeah.
But
Do you
unless
think people are going to continue to leave the Bay Area in California, Val, or do you think that's going to slow down?
absolutely, I see
Yeah.
many people living in droves.
And do you think that that's going
Many
to affect
people,
housing
literally.
prices here or no?
At some point, probably yes, because right now we are talking about 200 single families selling per month in San Francisco,
Which is nothing.
which is practically nothing. There is
Yeah,
more than enough people to buy them all together.
yeah, that's true.
At some point, when we see increase in inventory, it's going to be a different situation.
So on that note, let's end it with this. What do you think builders are going to be doing? Do you think they're going to continue to build more? Or do you think they're just going to hold off until the supply chain drama kind of quiets down?
There are a lot of permits already in place, and
Yeah,
they are going to build at least for a while. They have already started. They see a huge demand, but it's going to
yeah.
change at some point. It should.
And how about in San Francisco, where the permitting is so difficult, the process is painful? Do you think that that's going to taper down a little bit? You think the city of San Francisco is going to start to get a little bit more builder friendly, or no?
I think it should.
Yeah, it has to. Somebody
I
has to,
was I
because we
was
need housing.
driving. I was driving recently through Sunset, through Richmond
Hmm.
areas. Literally, absolutely residential area. Practically each and every block, three, four houses under construction in
Oh
each and
wow.
every block. It's kind of
Okay.
crazy. I mean, everyone
Yeah.
is building up.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. No, that is 100%. Now, what do you think about SB9? Do you think that that's going to take a little while for, like, the city of San Francisco, for example, to implement and people to start to do that and start building in their backyards?
I think so. Probably someone already utilizes SB9 because I see a lot of construction around residential construction. I
Yeah. For
mean,
those of you
one,
who don't know, by the way, SB9 allows, it's the Senate bill 9 allows folks to build even duplexes in their backyard. And that's to mitigate the fact that we have terrible inventory. As Val has said, we have what, 200 or less homes for sale in San Francisco, which is a joke. That's basically no inventory, which of course then drives prices up. It's just simple supply and demand economics. Well, Val, thank you so much for your time, man. How do people get a hold of you, by the way? What's a good phone number and email address for you?
uh, I could be reached at realtyfinancial.com, either by email info@realtyfinancial.com, or my phone is 415-385-8949.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, man. I look forward to doing some more interviews and doing some follow-ups to see what happens, right? It remains to be
Absolutely.
seen. All right, my friend. You have a great day.
Absolutely.
Drive safe.
You too. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
one.
Bye-bye.